And hello, everybody, and welcome to Synergy Theater Online. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the Artistic Director of Synergy Theater. It is 6 o'clock p.m. here in California, and that means it's time to kick off our weekend of online improvised theater. Synergy Theater performs full-length improvised plays in a wide variety of styles and genres. In the real world, we are performing at the Lesher Center for the Performing Arts in Walnut Creek. That's when we're all allowed to go outside and gather in groups larger than 10. However, tonight, that's not the case, and that means we get the privilege and the honor of coming to you directly through our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. We're here every Thursday night at 6 o'clock and every Friday at 7 o'clock, always with a brand new improvised show, and all based on your suggestions. Now, if you're visiting us for the first time and you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. Or if you're visiting us for the 12th time and you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. It helps us quite a bit. All right, my friends. As always, we are going to be inspired tonight by suggestions from the audience, and that's you. So if you would like to offer suggestions to us, then we need you to go ahead and log into your YouTube account. Once you log into your YouTube account, just like Lynn Shields did and just like Randy did, you will be able to chat with us. And that's how we are going to get our suggestions. So go ahead, log into your YouTube account. And let me tell you all about our very exciting show tonight. Here is what's going on. Our show is called The Last Four People on Earth. And yes, in fact, something very, very bad has happened. And now these are the only four people remaining. But it's not all bad news, because coincidentally, the four of these people all happen to be in a certain place, a certain enclosed place in their neighborhood when this thing happened. And fortunately for them, that enclosed place, like maybe it's a store or maybe it's a post office or something like that, that
Can you
enclosed
turn that
space
down, honey?
happens to also be.
Please turn it down.
I hear someone yelling out there in the background because people are so excited about our show. So let's have everybody just take a seat, please. All right. That place just happened to be a bunker, which was equipped for just such an emergency. Now, they didn't go there because it was a bunker, but fortunately enough, when this whole thing happened, that's what they discovered it was. So here is what we're going to need. Our first suggestion is, what was this type of place that our four characters discovered they were in and turned out to be a bunker? Go ahead and type that right up there, up into your YouTube chat. And let's see. All right, I'm going to look, and here they are. They're coming in. I'm going to take the first one I saw, and that was an auto repair shop. Excellent job. An auto repair shop. So our four characters happen to be in the auto repair shop when this happened. Now, they've been there for a little while already. They've been there for about 3 months. And when we first appear to look in on them today, they are going to be talking about something that's not related to the bunker or anything, just some topic of conversation they're in the middle of talking about when we begin eavesdropping on them. So that's the next suggestion that we're going to ask you for. What is it that our characters are talking about when our show begins tonight? I'll give you a moment to come up with something. What would you talk about if you were about 3 months into your life in the bunker? Ah, yes, that is awesome. They are talking about the beach. They are talking about the beach. So our characters are in an auto shop and they are talking about the beach. My friends, please sit back and enjoy the show.
The bunker is strong and it's holding up well. Supplies are plentiful. And the group is beginning to bond as we come to terms with the situation that this is our home for the rest of our lives. And we are the last 4 people on Earth. What, Freddie?
I just, I miss the beach. I don't see how you can't miss the beach. Oh, long runs in the morning. Oh, the beach bodies. Ooh.
Oh,
I just always felt bad for them, all the creatures that were washed up on shore. That's all I ever saw when I went to the beach these days. Well, those days.
wow.
I promise you, Shayla, if I ever saw like a jellyfish or a sea turtle on the beach, I just picked it up and I threw it right back in.
Did you really? Or did you just
Hypothetically, I
run
did.
by?
What, Jaconda?
I told all my clients that there would be no beach, but they called me a fraud
Why?
because they didn't believe me when I said the world as we knew it was going to end.
Oh, man.
But we know you're not a fraud. We know
Yeah.
that you had true vision. You saw it all. And if we'd only listened, if only the world had listened to people like you, if we'd all
Yeah.
stopped what we were doing and knelt down and threw those little jellyfish back in the ocean.
I remember one time I was at the beach. I remember it so vividly because it was so strange. There were these little blue sailfish, jellyfish on the beach. There were thousands of them, gorgeous, gorgeous. I didn't even know what they were. It was at Stinson Beach in California. And I still remember to this day how odd it was to see them. What
The
I would,
blue's water.
yeah. Oh my God, it was so beautiful though. I miss the smell. I hate the smell of this auto shop.
Oil.
I
Ugh.
know. I
Ugh.
know.
But you know what? I always think that it's best to make the best of what you have, and we can make our own beach here. I look at we have that blue paint over there. We can spread it out like water, and all those like metal shavings we could use as the sand. It's a world of possibilities.
I love that idea. I'll bring, I have all those blankets in the van and we can spread them out. I think I even have an old umbrella somewhere that we could put out as if there were sun.
Oh, that's so fun. I have a beach chair in my car somewhere if I can find it here. I think it's still up on the jacks. I just didn't even bother with it anymore because we weren't driving anywhere.
See, this is such positivity. I love that all 4 of us were here. We were getting our cars repaired when this whole situation happened. It was fate, like you were saying, Madam Jaquanda.
For me, it wasn't fate. I knew that this was going to be the only place that would survive. I dressed up so I would look good at the end.
What? You never told us that.
Yeah. Well, I tried to tell my clients, but they didn't believe me because they said it sounded too fantastic. It sounded like science fiction. But here we are.
Well, can you blame them? I mean, it still sounds like science fiction to me. I mean, look at us.
They should have known better. I told them where to find their lost rings. I told them who would be their best love. I told them what were their lucky days. And I didn't charge that much either.
Madam Jaquanda, I never listened to the authority figures in my life either. And I like to think that if I'd been your client, I would have listened to you, but I never listened to my mother when she said it was a crazy idea to rent a van and drive cross country and find adventure. So I don't know if I'd known you in the old times, if I would have listened to you.
I just feel sorry for them. I tried to save them.
I get it. I know I wouldn't have listened to you, Carrie, if like I'd run into you on the outside world.
Why?
Well, you look all put together and corporate. I think if I'd gone to you for advice, or if my mother had sent me to you for advice, I just think I would have thought, oh, she doesn't understand. I'm a free spirit.
You
Really?
are a free spirit, Sheila.
You know what I
The
was going
tales you told us.
Wow. So corporate and you wouldn't have approached me? It's so funny because I was I was carrying protest signs in the Vietnam War. We were burning bras. We were hitchhiking across the country. I ended up in corporate because it pays the bills. But in here, I still wear tie-dye. I even know how to make it.
Let's face it, none of us initially trusted each other. You all thought I looked eccentric. Sheila seemed a bit kooky. Yes, Carrie, you do seem, I mean, you did back then before I knew you, seemed very corporate. And Freddie, well, he looked like somebody who might have been living on the streets.
There's nothing wrong with living on the streets.
Freddie would tell us differently since apparently you know the truth. Go ahead, Freddie.
Well, I've dedicated my whole life to fitness. And what are homes but just one big couch? You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have one, then you're never resting and you're always on your feet.
Freddie, that sounds like BS to me. I wish you would tell us the real story. You should trust us by now.
Well, since you can, intuit things, why don't you tell us yourself?
Well, if you want me to spill your secrets, you were kicked out of your parents' house because of some of the practices that you did that your overly religious parents didn't believe in.
How do you know that?
I know everything. I'm an oracle.
Wow.
Freddie,
I don't know how you get that because I always keep my palms covered with my workout gloves, but somehow you read me.
That's
Wow.
true? Freddie, it's true?
But always look on the bright side. That's my thought. So what? My parents kicked me out. They were super religious. You got to move on. You got to build up those strength, the wall over the past.
That's a big deal, Freddie. I thought you trusted us by now to share that story, but I've been talking to you days into nights, nighttime when you can't sleep, and you've never told me that. Why?
Well, Carrie, it's not a story that brings out a lot of energy out of me. It sucks you down. And I always want to be in a positive mindset because that is what keeps you fit.
Yeah, but that explains a lot because you're not always upbeat, Freddie. Come on. Shayla knows that. We've talked about that when you've been sitting in the corner in a funk.
You cry in your sleep, Freddie.
It is hard to lose your love, isn't it, Freddie?
Love?
What?
I found that people become unsettled when they know that I know their secrets. You know what I mean, Carrie and Sheila?
I don't have any secrets.
What is that supposed to mean?
The ocean would be a beautiful place, wouldn't it, Carrie?
Oh my God. I told you that in confidence. Oh, you want to pretend that you just intuited? Oh my God. I hate the ocean. I hate it because my little sister drowned and I couldn't save her. I told you that in confidence.
But You didn't tell me about your company and the pollution, did you?
Well, you must know the company then, and you must know about the pollution, or you wouldn't have just said that.
What company did you work for?
Excite.
I knew it. I knew I would never have trusted you.
Wait, I know Excite. I used to do some workout seminars Monday mornings there.
The, the rubber from Excite workout clothes is like 12% of the plastic that we put into the ocean in the last 4 years.
I know that. And so what I was trying to do was get in there and try to clean it up, get people to listen. But
Clean up
nobody,
the ocean? Really? They killed your sister? Do you really care about the ocean, Carrie?
they didn't kill my sister. We were there picking up trash from one of the spills that happened, and my sister got caught up in a current. And if you had read that news article thoroughly, you would have known that that's what happened. And it was so slippery that nobody could grab her. So she went off. And it was like 15 years ago. I know. God. What, Freddie? You think it's funny? Wipe that smile off your face. God.
I don't think it's funny, Carrie. I just think, you know what? We just have to put the past behind us. All of our family members, everyone that we love is dead. So we don't need to focus on specific ones, right? My parents are dead, and I don't really care about them at all. So let's move on.
What is wrong with you? You had love. We all had people we loved. Even if your parents hated you, you still had love, and your loved one is gone, like all of our loved ones are gone.
Sometimes, loved ones are just like extra weight on the body. It's nice when it's there, but you can just shed it, forget about it, move on, become a better person, don't you think?
I know she has insight and powers, you guys. I know you do. I'm just really uncomfortable. I just feel betrayed that you have to bring it all out like right now. I thought we were all doing fine.
What are you trying to do anyway? Why are you uncovering everybody's secrets? What are you trying to prove?
I'm not trying to prove anything. We're the only people we will ever see again. We just as well be honest with each other.
Why? Why would you call people out? It's not like we don't have all the time in the world to get to know each other. Why are you pushing? Why are you telling other people's secrets? What's in it for you? What are you trying to accomplish?
I've always known your secrets. I've been keeping them this long. We just as well be honest and authentic and really connect.
You know what? I think that maybe Madame Jaquanda is trying to deflect.
That makes sense to me. I think maybe you're just spraying all sorts of stuff so that we don't take a look at you. What's your secret?
I have nothing to hide. You could ask me anything, and I would tell you.
So you find out that the world's going to end and you try to warn people. And now you're stuck here in this bunker with us. How did that come to pass, Madame Jaquanda?
Because no one believed me. I went to
Why
the
are
press.
you here?
Why
Why
am
are you
I?
with us? You could have been anywhere and you chose this place.
Because this is the only safe place in the world.
Madame Jaquanda, why is it with everything that you see and everything that you know that you've ended up all alone with not one person in the whole face of the earth who trusted you enough to come here with you?
Because I'm
Why
the
are you with
Cassandra of
strangers?
our time. Ever since I was a child, I knew people's stories. I remember when I met my mother's boyfriend, I said, "You have a wife and you have 5 children." And my mother said, "No, he doesn't. He's single." She found out later he had a wife and 5 children. He was lying to her. People hated me because I knew their truths. That's why I came here alone.
God, that must be hard.
It's terrible. I know people's truth. I don't hold your truths against you.
You chose to bring things out now.
We're going to be together until we die. We just as well really know each other and really accept each other and really show who we are. I'm showing you who I am. I've been lost and lonely all my life because I was rejected by society. Even my clients didn't believe me.
So you get rejected, and I get rejected because I worked for a living with a company I had no control over and did everything to make it better. What about you, Shayla?
I have lived my whole 22 years completely aligned with my values, and I have nothing to hide.
I feel like I'm sensing a lot of tension and we need to loosen up our bodies. So I suggest a squat break. Who's with me?
Fine, I'm with you.
Shayla, go. There we go. We're building up the muscles in our buns, everyone. Whew.
No,
Now, doesn't that feel better?
Yes.
Madam Jaquanda, you didn't want to participate? That's okay. Next time, I'll get you one of these days.
I don't see any reason to be fit. We're all going to die here anyway. Some
I think we-
sooner.
I think we should make a pact.
What kind of pact?
Well, Madam Jaquanda, I want you to teach me how to do what you do.
I wish I could teach you. I wish I could teach you all.
I
It's
think you
something you're
can.
either born with.
I can't live like this. I can't live with a mind reader. I'm not doing it. And I don't need 2 of you. I can't do this.
She's not going to become a mind reader. It's only me. And Carrie, think about how we've talked together in the night. I've always known your secrets, and we still were able to connect.
I don't feel it right now. I feel like anything that's coming from inside my head, you're going to talk about it. And I can't live this way. I need some privacy, just some. So just leave me alone for a while. I don't even know where to go in this place.
There is no place to go.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna just stay out of my head. Just stay out of it.
You know what, Madam Jaquanda? I know how you feel. When I first started achieving my true potential in my body, other people wanted to know my secret, and I didn't want to tell them because I was afraid that if they knew and they became as buff as me, I would no longer be special. But you gotta let that go. If you know the secret, I think you need to share it with Shayla because there's no one else who's ever going to be able to learn it. This is your final opportunity.
You've
Okay.
been alone.
Okay,
Nobody
Shayla.
else could understand you. Teach me how.
The way you can get the kind of powers that I have, even though you weren't born with them, is for you to tell us the thing that is your deepest secret that you're most ashamed of.
I told you I live totally aligned with my values.
No, you're not, and you know that I know that. But you have to tell it, not me.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You left something in the world that you miss and that you should have kept.
I shouldn't have kept it. Fine, fine, fine.
That's how you refer to what you left as it.
Fine, fine. I was going to have a baby and I decided not to.
Okay. Does she have the power now?
But I was right? I was right. Look at where we are. Isn't it a good thing that I don't have a 3.5-year-old with us? Or not with us?
Yes, I guess it's a good thing for you, but considering that your 3.5-year-old died because you gave your 3.5-year-old up, I don't know if your child would have thought that was good.
You
would have.
What, Sheila?
I decided not to have a baby because I looked around at the world and I said, this is a terrible place to bring a child into. Why would I bring a child into this world? There's this terrible the blue scourge all over the beach. We can't even keep our jellyfish safe. How am I going to keep a child safe? I saw what was coming. You say you saw what was coming. I saw what was coming, and I believed me, and there was no way I was bringing a child into this world. And I was right.
But you did bring it into this world, and you gave the child away. You threw away your child like Freddie's parents threw him out.
That was unnecessary, but okay. So, Shayla,
Well,
what am I thinking right now? Guess what? It's something about Madame Jaquanda.
I concur.
I think she has the power.
Why are you okay with that, Freddie? Now there's two that can read our minds.
Don't
Carrie,
worry.
You were so bent to have privacy.
my mind is not my most important asset. It's my body. My body has all the privacy it needs. So dig away at this thing.
God.
Carrie, I'm really, really sorry. I misjudged you.
You're reading my mind now?
Elizabeth really, really liked the gingerbread house.
Oh. Oh my God. How would you know that?
Elizabeth is Carrie's sister?
My sister. I made a gingerbread house for her every Christmas, even after she was gone, because it was something we did together every year until this year. And I would take it to the ocean and I set it down on the beach. And the waves would come and take it. And I would sit there until the gingerbread house was gone every year on the anniversary of when I lost her. my God.
Carrie, it's not the anniversary today, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know what, Carrie? There's some graham crackers that we have in storage. They're not gingerbread, but we could make a house if that makes you feel better.
And I know how to make icing out of sugar and lemon.
Yeah.
You would do that?
And honestly, it's good if we use those things so we don't end up eating them. They're not great for our bodies.
And Freddie had the great idea about making a beach right here.
Wait, with the blue tarp and the metal shavings.
Right. And I have the umbrella in my van.
Oh, let's do it. It was so much fun when I would do it with her. We would laugh and we would tell stories about our family. And
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
oh my God, we sang that song. Oh,
And you were singing it that day, weren't you?
it was a beautiful day. And I kept going back. Hoping that I could find some closure. I couldn't. I didn't know how. But why do I feel peaceful right now? I don't get it. Why? I,
I think it's because you have power over your own destiny here, Carrie, because you're so afraid about Shayla and Madame Jaquanda having access to your mind. But if you just share all that now, you are in charge of your own destiny.
I'm finding it literally terrifying. And I'm scared. I'm scared.
It's frightening to face the truth about ourselves.
This doesn't feel right. I can't, I don't feel like I can do this. This is too frightening. My sister wouldn't like this. How could she possibly like this?
I don't understand. Everything was fine. Songs, gingerbread houses.
There was more to the story, Sheila. As your powers increase, you will realize the rest of the story.
No, this is exactly what I was saying. We should have a pact. We should all learn the power and all be able to read each other's minds. Then we'll be really close together and we'll understand each other. We won't have any misunderstandings and we won't have the problems that the world had before all of this time. We'll all be connected.
To be honest, Shayla, that power sounds like it's more of a burden than it is something positive. So I'd rather not have it because of the years of pain that Madame Jaquanda suffered and that you are bound to suffer.
No, it's just because she was alone. Don't you understand? It's like that time. It's like that time when your dad made the bacon.
But no, don't talk about that.
No, like that, right? Just like the bacon. And if he'd been inside your head, he would have understood what it felt like when the grease was splattering by mistake and that you weren't crying because you were being picky. It just, you were burned.
Okay, you are misunderstanding that story, Shayla, and it's not yours to tell. So I'd appreciate it if you stop. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying right now, too. If you continue, Shayla, digging into this and you actually uncover exactly what Madame Jaquanda is trying to tell you, it's not going to go well.
No, you're misunderstanding. If we just, we shouldn't be afraid of being connected. It was being disconnected. It was being disconnected out there that would cause, like, think about trap, like here, We're surrounded by cars. It was like out there when we were all disconnected, we got into traffic jams and auto accidents. But here, if all the cars were connected, they could just travel along the roads in perfect harmony. That's what we need to be. We need to be connected, right, Madam Jaquanda? Just like if your clients believed you, like that one, like Harvey, who came to see you that time, remember? And you told him not to go home. If he'd listened to you.
Yes. But the connection that we would have is the connection of knowing you're loved and accepted and welcomed, even though everyone knows your deepest secrets. I mean, I love Shayla, even though she gave up her daughter. I love Carrie. I love you, Freddie. I know you. I still love you.
Right. So that's exactly what I'm saying. So come, don't be afraid. Join in, everyone.
Well, okay. You know why I don't want to do this is because it was the 7th night we were here, and I was talking to you, Madam Jaquanda, and you were telling me all the dirty, dark parts of your power. Like you were saying you know exactly how you're going to die. Why would I want to know that? That's not information I want in my head. Do you know how you're going to die now, Shayla?
I don't know if she's gotten all of her powers yet, but when she does, she will know and she will welcome that knowledge.
Okay. All right. Give me a minute.
Shayla, you know those dashes by Madame Jaquanda's bed that we're all wondering about?
Yes.
I figured it out.
What?
She's counting the days until she dies. And I don't know if it's some weird game to you, but you know, if that happened to me, I would see this ticking clock. But I want to be a beacon of vitality. I don't want to think about all that stuff in my head. I just want to be in my body.
No,
Freddie, you're right. Those do mark my days. And that's why I chose today to talk about your secrets. Because I want you to love each other, even though you really know each other. Because you're the last people who will ever love you.
And you know what happened to me. You know. And you want Shayla to find it?
You've had all this guilt and shame all your life. You don't have to have it. People will not reject you if they know the truth.
You. Whoa. Huh?
What's happening there?
Found out.
Carrie. You pushed her? Why?
Because she knew that I was the one that caused the leak. She knew. And she was going to tell. And then I would have nowhere to go. I couldn't let that happen.
Lived with this for years.
You're sympathizing with her now?
She
We're
was
living with a
little
murderer and you
girl.
didn't tell us?
She was a little girl when she did this.
I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew in that moment that I had to stop her. All she was doing was screaming at me, I'm going to tell. And there's like oil everywhere and the animals were everywhere and dying. And I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop how I felt. I couldn't stop her. So I just was so angry and I pushed her into the water and the current took her. I tried to get her back and it was too late. It was too late. It was too late.
So what are you going to do when you get angry or afraid of us, Carrie? Should I ask you or should I ask them? Could she push us into...
I have lived with this for 15, 20 years, Freddie.
Don't make yourself the victim for murdering your own sister. That's insane. Why? You're both supporting her?
Carrie is not going to kill anybody else. She only did that when she was a little girl. We are not going to be murdered by Carrie.
I think, Freddie, we need to be afraid of you.
I want to know how you die then, Madame Jaquanda, because I was counting those marks and it's not that long. So if it's not Carrie pushing you off the building or wherever, then what happens to you?
I die.
Yes, I gather that. How?
You kill her.
I?
Yes, Freddie. You killed Madame Jaquanda. You didn't know that, did you, Madame Jaquanda? It's the one thing you haven't been able to see.
I knew I died. I knew you won't kill me. I know Carrie wouldn't. But it makes sense now, considering Freddie.
This does not make sense to me.
What you did to your parents after they kicked you out of the house.
Oh,
I spent so many years burying all of these memories, trying to wipe them from my brain. Years doing that, just like Carrie was saying. And it's not right for you to dig them out.
guess we all know each other now. It's funny, isn't it? What a coincidence that the four of us would all end up here in this place where we could get fixed up.
I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in fate.
But does fate mean that it has to happen? I mean, haven't you told futures and it didn't happen? Didn't you tell it because you didn't want it to happen? So you warned that person or you gave them some options and choices to make different decisions? Come on. It can't be like this.
When I'm gone, you will all be connected and you will all know each other's deepest, most shameful secrets.
Is that supposed to be a positive thing?
What could be better than to be accepted for who you really are and loved for who you really are?
I don't want to be loved for those things that I did in the past. That's explicitly why I didn't bring them up.
God, we are so broken.
Maybe we should oil up and go sunbathe on the beach.
How did I turn into the negative one?
How can you be so calm, Jaquanda? How can you be so serene with this? I am not okay with this.
I know what's going to happen, and I know it's for the good of who will be the last three people on Earth.
It's not enough.
It's purpose. It gives my life purpose.
Jayla, don't you see anything different? Please.
I think we should enjoy each other. I think we should have our day at the beach.
And Carrie, I think we need to stop listening to these two crackpots.
Carrie, do you really want this repair shop to be turned into a beach?
I want it to be our home. It
But
needs
a
to
beach,
if the beach is our home, if we make it whatever we need to make it, it needs to be our home.
I'm still, Carrie, why do you have this annual tradition where you celebrate the day that you murdered your sister?
It's atonement. You see?
Carrie, do you really want to spend the rest of your life in a place that's been turned into a beach so that every day you're reminded of the last day you saw your sister?
No.
So be honest about it.
I just need forgiveness. And I don't want Freddie to go through anything. Is he going to kill you and then go through what I have gone through for 20 years?
Telling you what I see.
You know what? Forget this. I'm tired of playing your games and being left in the dark. So let's do this. Let me unlock your silly powers so I can be the master of my own destiny. I have to stop listening to the two of you tell me what's going to happen.
That's right. That's right. If you have the power yourself, we'll be all the more connected and we can drive in line with each other. That's the only way forward.
So you would need to say what you did to your
Don't
parents.
tell me what I need to say. Thank you. I know what my deepest, darkest secret is. When I was young, I grew up in an extremely religious household. They had a lot of thoughts about things, and I wanted to go a different way. And I was supposed to have this marriage to a woman. I was supposed to be married to her my entire life, have our family, get old and fat and tired with myself. My parents wanted that. And I couldn't do it because I didn't like women. And I couldn't tell them that, so I just ran away and I tried to cut them out of my life. There. Something's supposed to happen, like a beam comes out of the sky.
You cut them out of your life. Interesting choice of words.
Can we stop being coy since we all know what happened?
Minds now, Freddie? Can you read mine? Where I just want to say you're okay? That we accept you? We all love you? I don't need to be a mind reader to know that.
I don't I don't feel anything. See, Carrie, this is like mind games. They're playing with us.
If you had
Maybe
told
none
your
of this
whole,
is real. Are you two just messing with me?
if you had told your whole truth, you would have the power.
There's more?
There's more. After I left, my parents hired a private investigator to track me down. They found me and they tried to force me into this weird rehabilitation clinic that was run through their organization. And I didn't want to do it. I wanted to leave and they wouldn't let me. And I swear, I didn't mean to do it, but they were holding me down. They were saying it was for my own good, and I didn't know my own strength. And I snapped and I grabbed a knife. Are you happy?
You. What do you see, Freddie? You see inside her head, don't you? Just like I can.
Well, I can hear you all saying 1,000 things, even though your mouths aren't moving, so I guess so.
And do you hear what she really thinks of us? Do you hear what it's going to be like to be stuck in this place with her for the next week and month and year and decade?
I love you all. I know your secrets and I love you all. I understand why you did the things you did. Trust me.
Are you going to join us, Carrie?
Do I
We
have
all
a
know the answer.
do I have a choice? Do I have a choice? Stop. Oh. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it, Freddie.
Do it, Freddie.
Do it.
You know, if you kill me, those of you who have the powers will lose them.
Do it.
Yes,
No,
that's the
Freddie.
only way.
No. I don't care what any of you think is going to happen, but I am not going to kill her. And even though my mind says that I'm going to, I want to believe that I have my own free will. So do it yourself.
But we're going to be connected like this forever. We're going to know everything about each other. This wonderful thing that I thought. Do you think it's wonderful?
Eddie, if you kill me, I'll forgive you. No one has ever loved or trusted me, not even you all. It's all right. thought this would bring us together in love, but I was wrong.
I thought this was the new way, but it's too weird and noisy here. People are worse when you know them.
Wants to die, Freddie. Shayla saw it.
And they will forget how to read minds, how to know the future.
Freddie.
Something's happening to her.
Something is happening.
Happening to her.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I know she's allergic to blueberries. And this morning, I made us those shakes and I put blueberries in them. I didn't mean to put it in hers.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, oh, oh,
There's no EpiPen around. Oh,
Nothing. Nothing.
it's
Nothing.
no.
Oh my God. She's gone. She's gone.
Oh, it's so quiet.
It's what you saw.
It's what we.
Oh my God. It was an accident, Freddie.
It was just an accident.
An accident. Oh my God.
I don't hear anything anymore.
No. None of that was.
We have to. We need atonement. We need to. We have to deal with this. I can't think anymore. Freddie, Shayla, it was an accident, right?
It was all an accident. We're doing our best.
We're doing our best.
And she made everything seem very wrong, but don't believe what she said. It wasn't the way she told it, at least in my case.
She knew she was okay with it, right? Yeah. She was okay. We can say goodbye. We can say goodbye.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
you'll be all right.
You'll be fine. We'll be fine. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring the entire cast of the last 4 people on Earth back onto our screen. And on the count of 3, let's take a bow for our audience. 1, 2, 3. Folks, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for supporting us in all of our work. It is an honor to perform for you. Synergy Theater, as you know, performs full-length improvisation for in a wide variety of genres and styles, and frankly, you just never know what you're going to get. You 4 are awesome, and I am so amazed by the show that I just watched. Thank you so much. Hey, does improv look like fun? Lots of laughs, right? Well, it is. And if you would like to learn how to improvise, you can, because Synergy Theater offers improvisational theater classes, and you can take them. Please go to synergytheater.com and check out our School of Improvisation, and go ahead and take an improv class. We'd love to teach you. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video if in fact you did. Those kind of things help get our videos out there on an amplified level. So it means a lot to us for you to do that. Synergy Theater is a 501c3 nonprofit arts organization, and that means we are greatly dependent upon our friends, fans, and family and patrons to help continue to build a better world through the art of improvisation. If you can help us out, please go to synergytheater.com, click on Support Synergy Theater. Anything you can offer us at this time would go a very, very long way. My friends, come back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We have a whole brand new show for you, all improvised, all based on your suggestions. So we absolutely hope to see you there. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe and stay warm, and we will see you soon. Always remember that Synergy Theater loves you. Bye-bye, everybody.